Hey guys, so currently I'm 15-5 in the past 20 games, and it's a silver 1, but actually I got promoted to gold 4 just today. I just want to go over some of the games that I played. So looking at this game here, game game 1 here, around silver 2 ELO. Just wanted to go over some things here. So as the game begins, I think in silver there's a lot of advantages, like silver 2, like advancing to gold 4. There's a lot of advantages that you can have or make in the early game, especially if you interact with the enemy jungler. So here this guy just, he face checks the brush, typical play, and he gets chunked right before his buff is about to spawn. So knowing that he needs to recall, I'm gonna look for him. There he is. And then I stop his back, and now if he bases, he's gonna have a really bad start. So he's forced to use a potion and then start his jungle. So knowing that, I push the lane and tell my jungler to play aggressively, but unfortunately he disconnects. But I still continue to push, as that's the way I'm just playing the lane. Kind of want to shove this lane in as soon as possible, and not die to any ganks. So I think Vladimir is a pretty good pick into Darius for the most part. Obviously, if you get caught a little bit, it sucks. But I think you can outrange him, heal him. You can W his E, apprehend. So here I shove the wave in, I back. I buy boots and a longsword and 2 potions. So here the lane is shoving in Vladimir's direction. Even though I see Yi in the mid lane, I kind of ward anyways. I could probably hold that ward place a little bit later because we know where he is. So here Vladimir's holding the wave, so I have to force him to stop that. But yeah, these are the type of things that happen in the Vladimir lane. Is like, will you trade with him, and it feels like a nice trade, but then it's just impossible to get back on top of him. Maybe if I just ghost and walk to his face, I could have been able to kill him. But moving ahead here, it's more or less just laning. Shyvana gets the Drake. I build the wave in again, and I back. Because I know that Vladimir with Ignite can kill me if he all-ins me, if I'm low. I turn on timestamps. Okay, so here is a really bad trade that you want to avoid doing. I tend to trade like this, but when the big wave is pushing in, you never want to take a trade, ever, ever, ever. I think that this is a big mistake, and I think ultimately it leads me to dying. Yeah, he does. He all-ins me and kills me. So never trade into that wave when it's like this. Just let it crash, and then work it underneath the turret. So it's unfortunate that I died, but my teammates are covering just a little bit. I'm thinking maybe if I buy Swifty boots for the next time I play this matchup, maybe it's a little bit better. I'm not too sure, but here, for sure, what happens is that he oversteps his boundaries. He's getting a little bit too cocky right there, and then I hit that Q, auto, flash W, R, and he's dead. So this is exactly what you want to do in solo queue. You want to kill them, push the lane in. So that's what I do. Push the wave in, go to Rift, help the Shyvana. Shyvana's doing good in the jungle. We can just pause it here. And look, the Vayne's up on CS. Seems like Malphite's trolling a little bit. But Yi does the 3 kills. But I'm up on Vladimir. So when you're laning, you want to be up in CS. This is the best as possible, even against like a Vladimir. Here I know that the Drake is coming. So I roam to, so like you have 2 options here, right? So you either go top or you go to Drake, and in my opinion it's better to secure the Drake with, especially with Shyvana. So they push the wave in, I go to the Drake, Xerath goes to cover. Here I pink ward and I decide to go back to base in the try. There's a pink and try, so now my assumption is that there's no green in the try or regular ward. So as I'm backing, I notice that he's low HP. I get I see that MF is not actually going all the way back, so I cancel my back and I walk into the pink ward. As you can see, these two they're just overstepping the boundaries, and eventually it gets Seraphine killed, I believe. Ultimate early, so I can deal damage. Shyvana gets the kill, and I just walk up an auto, and she should be dead. So yeah, these are the type of roams that I believe are what you should be doing when the dragon's spawning as top lane. So here I don't know what happens. I died at a turret by accident. Executed. Kind of a newbie move, but it's all good. So now I'm going back top lane. I've realized that Vladimir is just whooping my ass. And if I stay any longer, he's going to kill me again. So what I decided to do is I go to Gromp. Come back to lane. Ward there defensively just in case I get dove. Master Yi is bot side though. So when the wave crashes, Vladimir, I think he tries to trade with me. Yeah, he does. He gets Empowered Q off me. I pull him in. Try to farm my best on the turret. So now I really know that he can kill me. So I go to Wolves. I take the blue buff. And generally, you can back here, but I'm getting kind of greedy and I know that you're low. Master Yi is dead for 20 seconds. And I know that they're not going to defend their jungle. So I go in, take the Raptors, take the red buff as well. So yeah, instead of dying under turret, I just take a bunch of camps and just keep my CS up, keep my EXP up. I greedily take this for the level 11 because I'm about to become level 11. The dragon's about to spawn too, so I go in a general direction. I pink ward the pit, and then I jump over. So here's a really risky play by me. It's like a gamble, but I know that if I wait in here and I have patience, perhaps I can see some of them mispositioned. And here I see 3 of them mispositioned. I get 4-man Q and we win the fight. So definitely want to be playing around Drakes and around this ELO. If you can win fights like this, even if you're behind in lane, you'll still come out ahead. Vladimir has Ignite, so he has no way of coming here, and he should have been here to be honest. But after that, it's kind of a wrap for the most part. Looking for picks, trying to make plays like that, ulting early so my teammates could clean up the kill type thing. Here we're a little bit out of position, but we're kind of really ahead, so it's all good. And then yeah, it's just a matter of just closing the game out from there on. And then for the next game was a loss. It was a Mord versus Darius game. You can look at this. So it's important not to it's important to execute, but it's important not to get tilted when it doesn't work out your way. So here, because I died, Pantheon's able to snowball the entire game. And we'll just look at it. So here Mordekazu seems like he's mispositioning a little bit. And then he flashes, I flash Q. And as you can see that if I do any of these things where, let's see here. So I dodge this Q. If I dodge this Q, for some reason it feels like my Q didn't deal any damage to him here, but I'm not sure what happened there, to be honest. It really felt like my Q did no damage to him there. But if I dodge this E, so dodge that Q, dodge that E, I'm able to kill him. So this is a execution. And you can't feel bad about fucking this up. You just have to uh, be confident in yourself and make sure you get the kill next time. Definitely, I dropped the bag here. And if I got this kill, this game would have been a lot different. Here, Pantheon comes up, he gets the kill on me. And then, like 5 minutes later, even though I'm up, Pantheon at one point becomes fail. He's 5-1, and it's all because I allowed that snowball to happen in the early game. Never want to let Pantheon get those kills, and he'll start running around the map and start controlling the game. Yeah, it sucks that you lost early, but you can't get tilted. But snowball games are gonna happen, so just understand that. I think I do get a follow-up kill here. Yeah, pull him under turret, and he takes some turret damage. My 6 is up. I think I just go for it here, yeah. Yeah, well, even though we're up big, somewhere along the way we start throwing a little bit, right? I think this mid lane matchup is a really bad matchup. Like I think he's down big, like he's down like double CS, I think. But I should be definitely 2-0 right now. Just want to see the scoreboard. Yeah, see the scoreboard. Uh, Yone is down a lot of CS, and it's gonna become double. He's gonna be 90. He might be at 45, something like that. But we do eventually lose this game. But in solo queue, like right here, Pantheon gets the double kill bottom with his ultimate, and then the game starts shifting in their direction because Udyr dies shortly after going in 1v3. But yeah, definitely don't want to be dying early. Like it's hard. It's hard not to execute 100% of the time. But if you do and you can, it's possible. Like I could have easily won this fight if I was a little bit more ahead, right? So you want to be carrying games in solo queue, but there's gonna be games like this where you don't execute, it doesn't go your way, and then everyone else starts losing, and then eventually you lose the game. So just keep that in mind. And then the next game here, uh, Sion just whooped my ass, to be honest. Like I think I died a couple times, and then I just got a little bit tilted. We had a Zeri support. Ash was like 1-14, but yeah, I just had a bad game. I was really tilted. It's gonna happen. You can't let these games affect your other games though. Like losing happens. You just can't get too upset. That's it. That's all I can say about that. Like even I have bad games too. So this game, Darius versus Ilawi. I don't really know this matchup that much, especially the champion Illaoi because nobody plays her. So I kind of wanted to play a little bit safe, but at the same time try to push my advantages. So I ward down river so Kayn can know if the enemy jungler is there. Kha'Zix shows mid, and then he runs up to the river. He smites the crab. Kayn is I think he's doing full clear, and he's about to die. Kayn is about to die too, so he's dying to the camps, so it's fine. Now here is not a good gank because the wave is too big and Kayn is too low, so he backs. I don't call for it, and it's really good job by Kayn by not going to fight. So I get tagged by Illaoi's E here. Get a little bit harassed here. Now just farming on the turret. Making sure you just don't die for free in the CLO. Really, you don't when you don't know the matchup or you're falling behind, just don't die for free. That's the best plan you can have. So I'm just controlling the wave near my turret, like in a manner in which I can't get dove or get dived or ganked rather. Here I'm looking for harassment. I'm not really getting it. He kind of outranges me a little bit. So here I'm about to turn level 6. I turn level 6, but she leaves, I believe. So I back so what I do here is I back here. I don't fully push the wave in, I just back, hoping that the wave will be around in a similar position when I come back. And when I come back, the wave's in a similar position, but I think it's because she's pushing in. Again here, she's just out trading me. I'm looking for the perfect opportunity to engage her. Maybe I can pull her in and then she'll get dealt lots of damage. Now here a defensive ward, just in case if Kha'Zix invades. Kha'Zix is the type of champion that can invade, and luckily for us he was at Rift, not invading. So here what happens is when I come back to lane, I think she finally oversteps her boundaries and I get a good trade in. Yeah, I get a decent trade in. Kayn sees this, I believe, and he wants to come gank, and I agree. I think we should be ganking this. So I think I flash in W, and we just kind of force it. She doesn't really cast any spells that tries to stop that from happening, other than flash. I think she could have maybe ultimate and went for all in there. So here, the enemy jungler tries to make a play bottom, but it's warded, lucky for us, and then they kind of mess up the play and get 1v2'd. But all in all, I'm 1-0 in lane, and I think, I don't know what the CS difference though, I keep pressing tab, 66 to 75, so I'm up in CS too, so that's basically what you kind of want to do when you don't know the matchup that well, is just play safe around your turret here and just play aggressively when you can. Don't take bad trades. Okay, so here I'm looking for the all-in here. I think I'm able to kill her after taking a little bit of a trade with her and then picking up these little goops. So here, first off, you want to clear the tentacles against Illaoi. So I come here, I clear the tentacles, and then go for the trade. I think she's a low mana. So when she's low mana, it's like the best time to go in, right? So she lands her E spell on me. I kind of feel bad about that, so I have to be a little bit more cautious. She ultimates, and I just walk away. Never want to trade when she ultimates. So I'm able to buy some more items. Kha'Zix is out of blue buff, but it's like Kayn is too far away and I don't have smite, so it's impossible, almost impossible for me to stop this from happening. All in all, Diana rotates because of the Kayn pings earlier, and then we do Rift. I think Rift is a good play here. I think Akali, yeah, she tries to go for the kill on Diana, but she didn't realize I was there. But she eventually escapes. We don't chase her. And then here, when Kayn has form, he can play way more aggressively. And I actually didn't realize that Kayn was here until right now. I was like, oh shit, Kayn's here, right? So this is gonna happen. Sometimes not paying attention to the map. So when I come back, I know that Leal is gonna ult. So I want to just use my ultimate so we can get the kill on her. Here I mess up my skills. I don't really hit her with much, but I use my ultimate on her, and then eventually Kayn picks up the cleanup. Now it's 2-1-1. Dragon's about to spawn, so I'm gonna go to Drake because I know it's a really good play, especially if we have the numbers and we win a fight. I know the blue buff is up, so I'm gonna go bother Kha'Zix a little bit. I could have pulled him there. So we take the Drake. It seems like Jhin is playing a little bit too. He's like stepping up a little bit too much. So we look for the dive here. I can just walk up with the Nami passive, giving me extra movement speed. I ultimate early so we can kill him and get out. Akali comes, she kills me, but we're still far ahead. We take a turret. Iliala gets a turret, but we got like 2-3 kills there, right? So it's a better trade for us. Here I come for a all in here, but definitely when she ultimates, you have to run away. You can't force it. I know Kayn was coming to help me, but she has my ghost with her E. Gets a good ultimate off. And it's just overall bad play by me. But we have the lead, and when you have the lead, you can you can die sometimes because you still have the lead. Here I'm trying to chase him down. I think I'm gonna flash here. I think he's low mana, and I think I know his sums right now. I just don't remember, but I'm pretty sure that I know his sums. So obviously he's a little bit too greedy. I kind of just like start taunting too because I know that it's whatever. But we look out to close the game out. Like don't take all ins against Leao like this. It's really bad. But we're just really ahead. These guys, we're just able to kill them with the advantage that we have, and they just FF'd. I think Nami gapped them a little bit with their skill shots, but it's kind of like the way you want to win in this ELO, Silver 2 ELO. Really just want to be looking for fights around Dragon, and then utilizing your damage and the fact that the enemy champion is probably going to be topside. So here's another game against Vladimir. I think I fixed my build a little bit this game with the Swifty boots. I'm able to deal a lot more damage to him. So here I got W first, so I can just secure the farm. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to secure that farm, but yeah, it's Doran shield start. I'm going to be taking a little bit of harassment, but overall, I'm going to be trying my best to farm. So I ward here because I know the Scuttle Crab is going to spawn soon. And if I get ganked or dove, I'll see it with the ward. I see Vladimir's ward, but I don't ping it. I should probably be pinging that. So here I'm taking a little bit of harassment on the turret, but he's taking a little bit of harassment too, so I'm okay with these trades. I think he backs here. So I try to shove the wave in. I don't do a really good job of it. So he comes back, and I trying to play a little bit safe, but I have a big wave, so I feel confident here. I land my damage, which is really nice. I go for my W. I don't think I landed though. I do land it, but I take a turret shot. Really bad trade. Never want to do that. I think I back here. I have 1,000 gold, so I just think to myself, if I buy Swifties, maybe I'm able to trade with them better. I think level 1 boots is good enough and buy some damage, but we'll see how it goes. So here the wave's getting pushed in. I Q. I know that his pool's on cooldown, so it's a perfect time to engage. My ultimate's up too. So I think I'm just going to start running at him pretty soon. Yeah, I run, press Q. He activates his ultimate, so I just back up a little bit. Now that the ultimate's down, I'm probably thinking about looking to engage again, but he's a bit too quick for me. So that's kind of like the thing about this matchup, Darius versus Vlad. It's kind of like tough like that, where he's just kiting. He oversteps a little bit here, but still, he's able to outtrade me with his empowered Q. You don't want to pull him when he has the empowered Q, unless you have a lead. So yeah, this is where my I'm thinking Swifty is not that good, because even though I'm not able to catch him, I'm not able to outtrade him. So I get my Sheen. Seems like we win the coin flip bottom. That's gonna happen. Some games we win it, some games we lose it. So a situation like this, when I'm able to get my damage off of him, being able to be running so fast and landing that Q, I think like that's good. With the Swifties come in handy. Other than that, maybe the Sheen's not that good of a purchase, but all in all, it seems like Yasuo comes, I spot him on a ward, and I think I flash as soon as he EQs. Yeah, I just flash out right away. I don't want to die. It's okay to lose flash here. So here I'm thinking about taking my own teammate's jungle, but since he's coming up, I'd rather just go to lane. Here I trade with him a little bit. Trading with too many minions is never a good idea, but I think I get a pretty okay trade on him, especially with my jungle being topside. Maybe we can set up a gank, but eventually I just back up because I know he can kill me. Seems like Vladimir is a little bit Mia here. He's probably coming back to lane right now. So I try to shove it in. A little bit of trading. His Empire Q is about to come up, so he feels comfortable standing here. He ultimates. I missed my Q, so now I'm just ghosting and running away because I messed up my spells. I back to base because it's not worth to stay. Trading with him here, it seems like it's pretty nice, but he's able to flash and ghost. So when you misplay your spells and you have to waste ghost, you lose opportunities to kill him like that. And here, I think I just got way too greedy. I wanted to eat the whole wave over here, but my wave just died. I take a turret shot, and then I just have to back because I feel like I took too much damage. It's better just to recall. I get my Kindle Gem. I know that Dragon's about to spawn, so I go play around I go back and just go straight to Drake. I don't really care about turrets here. Vladimir can have as much gold as he wants. I'm only down 10 CS right now as well. So it seems like Shyvana gets engaged on by Diana. They don't expect me to be here. I pull Kai'Sa. You really want to be focusing the right targets here because Diana was already dead, right? So we're able to CC Kai'Sa killer. And now we can pick up a couple kills. We're gonna take Dragon, and my ADC is 3-1. So this is like really good. And Vladimir gets what? Couple plates and maybe a wave or two. So definitely want to be doing this kind of trades. So I take Crab really quickly. I go back to lane. He doesn't even get the turret, which is pretty good for me. He ultimately engages. I think I just back up here. I really want to kill him though. I really think I can kill him. I think I'm getting a little bit too cocky here. But eventually I just back up after getting, yeah, I shouldn't even have went for that siege minion. I think he could have definitely killed me, but he fumbled the bag a little bit. So I come back to lane, push it in. So after you this is why you generally want to push the lanes in, because situations like this can happen, right? So I pushed the lane in. I heard that the rift was taken, so I'm not gonna step over river, but instead I walk in my own jungle. Maybe to cover mid. Then I see Lulu here. She's just out of position and she gets caught out here. So that's why I generally want to push in the waves. So situations like that can happen. Good things happen when you push the waves in. So here our blue trinket the entrance. Just watch it again here. Definitely something good to do just in case you get invaded in the mid game. Right here, blue trinket the entrance. Now that I have my items and he's so far away from his turret, I'm probably going to look to engage here. E and Q and they both miss, so I feel sad and I just back up. He tries to all in me, doesn't get the kill, but I think I stay too long here. Yeah, that first trade and me missing my Q twice just really just killed me here. So I tell my team I'm gonna shove top and then roam the Drake. That's what I do. I shove top, I roam the Drake. I ping Soraka's R when she's dead, and she says, "Why would I ultimate?" And then I tell her, "No, no, no. I'm just telling my team that it's up right now, because when Soraka spawns, she can use her ultimate to heal us. So even if you die, like, don't get tilted, right?" So I died, and I stick to the game plan, right? Here I'm just like, don't worry, don't worry. I'm like, it's not flame, it's not flame. Just keep playing, right? Because sometimes people tilt. Supports you generally don't tilt, but junglers tilt. So I see Lulu up there. I pull Diana because I think it's a little bit free. I try to hit Lulu, but I miss it. I flash over the wall when I see Lulu there by herself. She ultimates herself and not her allies. It's really big. So my target focus was pretty good because Lulu's not able to save her allies. And here, just peeling Lulu from the fight, and eventually we win the fight. I take Drake standing in the bush out of vision. Maybe they can see me, maybe they can kill me. But that's generally what you want to do, especially against a Lulu. You want to get her away from her allies. So this game is pretty close, but my bot lane is really fed. So yeah, against Vladimir, against these champions that you're not going to be able to get free kills all the time. You just kind of have to play a little bit safe and make better decisions when you choose to fight him. And then here is just out of position here. We take Baron because of it, and then we just utilize that advantage and close out the game. Don't give up free kills. That's pretty much how you want to play at the CLO. So like we're pretty much done with that game. Sometimes your bot's gonna win, sometimes your bot's not gonna win. So this game, I thought this player was a Smurf. His win rate was a little bit different. He was sitting at 80% win rate when I encountered him. I think he lost 2 more games, and his KDAs were pretty insane. So I kind of got a little bit scared, and generally you never want to do that. But as you can see that these players are talking about Smurfs, and they said I'm all Smurf. Everyone said that they're Smurfing, pretty much. So I thought I was in a Smurf Q game again. So seeing that Jax, I was kind of a little bit scared, and I knew that he had Ignite, so I need to play a little bit safe. I seen this matchup before on TF Blade's Twitch channel, and Jax really just shit on him hard. So here I'm just trying to manipulate the wave. And I think I get it correctly here. Yeah, as you can see, all 3 minions hit the minion here, so we just run it back a little bit here. So these 3 minions will hit the, oh, I need to pause this, sorry. The camera control is quite ridiculous there. There you go, perfect. So these 3 minions will hit this minion, and then the wave will push into me, and then I'll have a safer lane phase. So eventually that's what I do. I probably should have got W in this matchup because I'm not trying to push the wave. But that's something I just had bad oversight with. But then again, if he started Counter-Strike and I try to W him, he can utilize that for the matchup as well. So there's a couple things going on right now in this matchup, and deciding what spells you want to get early. So the wave is pushed in. Rengar doesn't gank, which is really nice, and I'm able just to farm safely on the turret for the most part. I generally don't want to trade into a cannon wave. And he has a level advantage on me as well, so I'm just gonna play a little bit safe here. So I start pushing the wave in. I feel like the enemy jungler is on Crab right now, so it's like I have 2 options, right? Stay, get froze on, get ganked later, and then die, and then Jax will start to snowball, or I back and I come back, and hopefully the jungler has already shifted back to his Krugs or bot side to farm the other side of his jungle, right? Because he's wasting time up here. So ultimately, I decide to back. He backs as well, which allows me to push the wave in. He doesn't try to freeze it. As you can see, I just push it in. Udyr ends up going bot side, which is kind of good in my favor because he probably could have showed up here. Here I mess up my combo, and kind of sucks a lot. And since I left the wave, he has a level advantage on me. So I kind of have to play safe now. He has Ignite, and I just don't want to die for free. Here he could have Counter Strike there, and I'm kind of starting to realize that maybe he's not as good as a player as I thought he was. Especially on this trade right here, when he didn't Counter Strike my W, or at all. So I'm gaining a little bit of confidence. It's all warded up. I generally don't want to fight this because I'm so low and I don't have mana, but it's forced, and we do get the kill. Rengar dies too, so it's not that good of a trade. And now the Smurf has a kill advantage on me, but he doesn't have a CS advantage on me. So now it's me playing a little bit more safe. It's like, okay, I know that he can kill me. So I push the wave in. I go down to check if his blue is up. His blue is up. Probably could have played for it, but I was afraid that the jungler would show up and kill me or interrupt. Rengar eventually takes the blue, and then he pings for help here, which is really bad actually. I should have just pinged him off. If I had more game sense, I would have told him to not gank this and just either go Rift or go to his Raptors, because the wave is just so fucking big here, and I don't have HP. So here I should have stayed on the wave and farmed the cannon. Fuck what he's doing, but I kind of got mixed up and tried to save him. He also ran away from me, which is quite ridiculous if you think about it, because he's right now positioned towards me, but he positions down, down, down away from me. I'm not sure. And then he pings me, right? So it's like such a bad play, right? Like, you never want to be in the situation where you lose the wave, you don't even help him, and then he gets upset at you. So I back up my boots. I'm like confident that he can just destroy me now because he has double buffs, and that's exactly what he does. I've seen this too many times, like where Jack's gonna just jump on top of you and I'll trade you heavy, especially with the Sheen and red buff. It makes it even worse. So here it's just like, never want to be playing under turret and then dying. So I go farm the camp. He goes Mia here, so I think he's gonna go to the camp as well. So instead I push mid lane. I'm like, okay, if I'm gonna be losing top lane for free, I'm just gonna push mid lane here. I managed to get the plate, but I have to ghost and flash out because Jinx ulted me and Udyr shows up to defend. Jax ultimately takes the top side, but I just don't, I can't do anything about that. Like, he has double buffs and he's just gonna kill me, right? So I'm gonna be looking to find gold somewhere else and even protect this mid lane. Seems like there's a fight here by the Udyr. He's playing a little bit too aggressive, and he dies. So I go back mid lane. I start farming the wave. Here, I would love Annie just to come middle, but instead she runs top. I'm not gonna tell. I was pinging for help for a long time, right? Ping help, ping help, ping help. So now that I know that I can't stand in the lane, my only option right now is to leave. So I go farm the camps, because she can kill me on the turret, right? So I back and I go top lane, but I see Jax there, so I'm not gonna walk up past river. I'm just gonna die to him. So it's more waiting. Don't give up free kills. This is how you're supposed to play. So now Jack somehow stuns me, which sucks, but probably shouldn't be trading here. But I feel like, oh, maybe if I can pull him under turret, I can out trade him. Really, it's just better just to farm the wave here. I'm taking too much damage and I have to concede the turret, the cannon as well. So that was kind of a bad play by me trading there. Better just to farm the wave. Although my team is pretty ahead here, I still have to do my job and not feed. So here it seems like the enemy Udyr is throwing, and I find this opportunity just to push the lane in. I want to take Krugs, but it was already taken, golems. So I go back bottom. Dragon's about to spawn soon, so I start getting vision control around it. Someone clears my try. I think it might be Jax. Udyr clears the try. He's looking for me. We take control of this side of the jungle. So while the bot side looking for me, we take control of this side of the jungle. It's just kind of the way the game goes. They can't be everywhere, and if you're set up in a position in which they try to focus you or try to chase you down and you're able to escape, your teammates ultimately can do good stuff as well. So Orianna flashes here, that's really big. Ori no F, tell my team that. I see Jack's top side, I want to go there, but I see Annie going, so instead I found the Raptor camp. And here is just, I'm going bot lane because I know that if I draw one or two of them, probably win the game off that. I see Jax roaming up, so I want to stop him and interrupt him. I don't want him to be anywhere near my team right now. I flash because I know that he's gonna deal lots of damage to me, probably even kill me. So we take Baron, and then Udyr is looking for me again, or maybe he was looking for the enemy jungle camps. Either way, Jinx is here too, past river, and I die. I didn't think they would honestly come to my direction there. So it was a misposition by me, but we were able to get Baron, and then here, I think my team is pinging on Braum, so I just follow up. No complaints here from me. If this is the fight, this is the fight. This is the way I'm thinking. And then here, I'm looking for wolves. It's not there. We really want to get the turret here. I'm a frontliner, so I should be standing up while my team is hitting the turret. Here I pull Jackson. I think it's a pretty good pull, but he counter strikes and he's able to reduce his damage. But here, I'm playing too far up, but it's because I wanted to kill Jax there. We're not able to kill Jax and we just back up, but it's like we still have the advantage, right? Like, yeah, yes, that was a misplay, but you know, you still have to play to win, right? So you're stuck in this game regardless if you're misplaying or not. So group up. Don't go top, don't split top, play for the Drake, you know how it is. We take the Drake quickly. I see them chasing Jax bot side right now, right? So right up around here, Rengar pings Jax. In my mind, everyone is going to Jax to kill Jax right now. So I think it's a good opportunity for me to push middle. And seeing them like on the map like this, I'm like, okay, yeah, we're definitely gonna kill Jax, and I'm gonna be able to push this wave in. So I pushed the wave in. I kind of realized that they didn't go to Jax, and Udyr just runs me down with the red buff. So it's like my fault for not paying attention. I could have moved my camera and see what they're doing, but I realize now that Udyr can just kill me like that every time. So I have to be cautious of that. Jax face checks a brush. Typical low elo play, and you're going to see it a lot, just people face checking. So they ultimately kill 3 of them. I go to blue buff and I take the inhib. I mean, go to blue buff to push bottom to try to take the inhib. I see my teammates going to Baron, so it's better just to go Baron here. I go to Baron. It's already dead, so I go top side. And then Udyr, yeah, Udyr is definitely hunting me. He just shows up while my whole team is bot side. I flash, but he's just able to get on top of me and kill me. All the while the enemy team is throwing. So it's like circus right now. And you're gonna see this in solo queue, but you just can't give up, right? Kind of just try to have to make the best decisions that you can. My teammates are just pushing bottom and they pretty much end the game. But yeah, sometimes you're gonna tell yourself that the enemy is a smurf, and you're gonna play bad on purpose, or like, you know, sacrifice some of those things. But I don't think that you should always be like that. This game was like a really tough game. It was kind of strange game as well, but really just want to be playing around Drakes and like being there when it spawns and being there for your team and playing around whoever's fed and trying your best to help your jungler as well. It's just generally that's what you want to do. You kind of don't like want to be feeding. Like if I was feeding Jax this game, and even though I'm 0-5, this Jax could easily been like 10-0. If in the early game I fucked up a lot. As you can see, it's like 3 minutes into the game, 4 minutes into the game, I haven't died yet, right? 7 minutes into the game, I've died once, but we did pick up the trade, so it's not as bad. So it's like, so yeah, just try to keep that in mind. Don't give up free kills. This game would have been different if Jax picked up a few kills. And then after that game, we had a Nunu support who went jungle. He's like I'm just gonna play jungle. I don't care. He's like, you guys ban Teemo. I'm playing jungle. So everyone was kind of just inting 3-12, 3-14, 3-11. I should have taken a break after that game, to be honest, but I just didn't. I didn't really care. I was like, who cares? I'll just play another game. I first picked Nasus, and I don't know. I just played so bad. I was really tilted. I didn't really care. I just auto pushing it. Orianna did bad. Zed Jungle did pretty bad. Overall, it was a terrible game. It happens though. These games gonna happen. Like, you're gonna get double jungle Nunu, and people are just gonna run it down. And in the next game, those same guys that were on my team who were running it down, they're on the other team tryharding. So it just made the game a little more difficult. So it's like that's kind of like Smurf Q style. Like, this is a count that's low level, and it hasn't even been placed last season. So you can tell that it's a higher ranked player playing on the count. But yeah, these games happen for sure, 100%. And then for this game, Darius versus Garen. So yeah, eventually I stopped the tilt, and I just continued playing my best, playing to win. A little bit banter early on. I ward early. No, I don't ward early, but this is something that you need to take caution of. Okay, so my Yi dropped the ward, and now he's back into base to get a red trinket. Okay, but because I'm playing up and I'm going in, what happens is that he stops his back to follow me, backs again, stops his back. Now he doesn't get the red trinket because the way I'm playing. So be very cautious about the way you play, because your actions force your jungler to make actions as well. This could be in the early game, mid game, late game, doesn't matter. Something you should be worrying about. Now the lane starts. It's mostly like, trading when you can. He's about to auto that minion, so I go for my Q. I auto him. We just trading back and forth how it is. Level 2, I went for E. I thought for sure I could pull him in. Usually I go for W second, but I wanted to try something else. I missed my E. Overall wasn't that bad, but the wave is getting stacked up, so I'm feeling like I need to push the wave in. He trades into me, but he does have the cannon that was helping him deal damage to me. So overall it was an okay trade for him, but I still come out ahead because my wave is so big. So after I push the wave in, I know it's important to ward because the Scuttle Crowd's about to spawn. So I ward here just in case. So Evelynn is a type of jungler who should be full clearing, but she can also gank early depending on the situation on the map. So if she full clears from bot side and does all those camps, then she's gonna come through Tribush. That's why I ward right here. And if she comes from the other side of the river, I don't really care. But I feel pretty confident and safe here if I ward right here against Evelynn. So eventually we get the crab. Evelynn is probably bot side. The wave gets pushed back, and generally I like to farm the wave near my turret. Just because when the enemy top lane is playing safe like this, it's good to freeze because like he's not really walking up to farm, and he's too scared to farm. So as you can see, he's losing minions here, and then he trades on me instead of farming. That's like not that bad. I could have definitely E'd, but now that the wave is stacking a little bit, I kind of want to push it in and get out of here because I'm low mana. I think he takes a good trade here. I think if I landed my E earlier, this whole situation would have been a little bit better. Yeah, he takes a good trade, so I'm just gonna back here. I feel like I messed up a little bit in the lane phase, but I'm up 10 CS. So coming back to lane, it's stacking up, so I'm just gonna just push it in and try to look for a play probably. So I come down a ward. This is a pink ward, I clear it. So now I'm playing a little bit more aggressively because I feel more confident in my damage. And what happens is that TF comes and ults me. I should have been paying more attention to Twisted Fate's ultimate cooldown, or the fact that he's level 6 or 7. But also, this is a big mistake by the enemy. They should be ganking bot lane, not me. Because Draven is 3-0 right now. And he has a bounty. And so, okay, yeah, I won the coin flip bot lane. This guy went grasp, and he's 0-2 at 8 minutes. But these guys are also making a big mistake by coming to gank me like that. So it's good that I'm I got pressure there. It sucks that I died, but that's just what's gonna happen sometimes. Sometimes you're not gonna pay attention. Sometimes you're gonna die to those ganks. So here I'm taking a little bit of a awful trade here. Lucky for me, I think Garen's ultimate was on cooldown. So I'm looking to play aggressive. I see TF down there with 1 HP. I try to go get him, but he's already dead. So here I'm clearing the wave. He silences me and takes the trade. And for some reason, I just feel like my damage is good here. So I go for the all-in with my ultimate. I just think if I Q flash onto him, I can just deal damage and kill him. And ultimately, that's what happens. I trusted my damage. I went for it, and the execution was there. And that's basically what you kind of want to do. Want to get those kills, solo kills. Evelyn comes topside and kills me, which sucks, but he was able to get the rift. So far I'm up like a wave, and my bot lane still hasn't been touched by the enemy. And in here, what happens is TF ultimately ults top again. I really think that he should be ulting bot side, not me. And I think Master Yi gets the kill. I think I die here because Tristana roams up. But now it's like Trista's not even in lane, right? She ran top, she ran mid. Now all the while Draven is free farming bot side. So it's kind of like this pressure you gain by pushing the wave in. And here, finally, once you get your item, you take the trade on Garen, and you probably can kill him. I ghost up, Conqueror gets fully stacked, land my Q, W, he's dead, right? So it's pretty much done and dusted for this Garen now. I'm level 11 and he's level 9. And my bot lane's really fed. So this is what you kind of want to do. When your bot lane is so fed, if you're able to draw, like TF, he used his next ultimate on me again. This is like just, for me, it's like a big mistake. Here, I messed up big time by not playing into my Lux, because she could have shielded me. And then I'm like bantering. TF ganks me 3 times. I'm done. Bye bye. It's just whatever. I'm just joking around, letting off some steam. Then here again, TF ganks me bottom again. I just think it's just a big mistake. He should be focusing on the Draven. So on spawn, I come back. I start pushing bottom again. TF ultimately comes. He ulties me again bot side. He kills me, but we're able to rift middle and take the turret. And I think we killed Garen here. Yeah, we do kill Garen. So the dragon spawns. I'm playing for this. At this point, I'm kind of tilted. I'm just kind of like going in. You know, I died so much. I don't really care if I die some more. That's kind of like the mindset for me right now. But I know that Evelyn can only go one direction here if I make the proper movements. And here I just mind games her into running into my turret here. I think she could have took another path to escape, but ultimately I come up, a ghost, pull her in, auto, Q, and then my carry gets the kill, which is perfect. I clear the jungle camps. I see there's a TP there. It's TF again. For some reason TF just absolutely loves me. And here he gets caught out trying to kill me again. So yeah, I'm just like being a nuisance, pushing the waves in, being confident and like never playing near your turret too much. Like you can let the waves bounce and you can freeze waves, but you really want to be playing up for most part. So eventually we get Baron. Here I am, pushing the wave again, waving again. I think the dragon's up and they send Evelynn and Zyra to match me here. So yeah, we get the dragon soul, but they kill me. I'm 2 and 6, 2 and 7 now. It doesn't really matter if I die, right? Basically, yeah, when you're losing this hard, this is kind of what you want to do. Obviously, you're playing to win, but you're doing the correct things to win. Here, I kind of just like, I'm really tilted that I'm dying a lot and I'm playing bad, and I can admit that. But we're so ahead, and I'm doing the right things for the most part. And we just close up the game. So that's like an example of what happens when you lose, when you're like getting ganked a lot, what you can do to win still. So the next game is Aatrox versus Shen. I think my champions are banned here. Yeah, Darius was banned. I didn't want to play Pantheon again. I own Aatrox, so I might as well pick him. So the game starts. They have Blitz and Draven, so we should care for the invade. So here just is like one of those times where it's like invades are 50-50, right? But in this game, our invade is actually so weak. We don't have a strong invade. They have Blitz, Draven, they have TF stun, they have Warwick, CC, they have Shen. Like they can get a 5-man Shen taunt, and these guys can just follow up and kill everyone, right? So it's kind of a risky play by us. Lucky for them, they were AFK and it didn't actually invade. So here I try to pull the wave up again. I think I successfully managed to do it. The wave gets pushed in, I believe. Yeah, it does. I'm taking a little bit of a bad trade here. I think he gets level 2 and taunts me. But I don't think it matters that much. It actually does matter a lot. You never want to take this trade. I'm sorry. Like, don't ever take this trade. It's terrible. I pot up. Rek'Sai goes for the early level 3 jungle start. And because I'm able to pull the wave in early and manipulate it, we get to kill first blood. So it's like a really good start, understanding how to play around your Rek'Sai and what she's doing. Like she wants to gank early, and so I allow for that by pulling the wave in. So here, I think I'm playing aggressively, and he kills me 1v1. I'm trading to a cannon. Like I'm just too cocky. I have the pickaxe. I think I'm so strong. I think I can win this easily. You know, I'm playing a little bit too aggressively. Should have cleared the cannon first, then went for the trade. He has his passive up. He taunts me. He kills me. It sucks. It happens. Shen also used flash there. I also admit I'm not really experienced on Aatrox, but that doesn't really matter. You just gotta keep playing. So here I don't think he backs. Yeah, he doesn't back here. And now it's a mistake by him. He should really be back because I can look to harass him on the turret here. And that's exactly what I do. Like I'm denying CS. I'm throwing my spells at him. I don't have mana, so I can just continue tossing spells. So here I dodge his taunt, which is really nice. I probably could have killed him with the auto Q E with like dashing forward, queuing him, and then autoing him, but I'm not really confident again with my damage. So Shen is level 6, he's backing here. I try to stop his back, it doesn't really quite work out. Here I know Shen has Ignite, so I'm going to greedily farm the wave here because I know he's going to come back to lane late. And I think what happens is that he ultimately alts bottom while the wave's pushed in, so he loses 3 plates. And I believe I'm up CS2. You can press tab here soon. Yeah, he's at 32, I'm at 45. So I'm up CS2 as well. So I come back to lane, clear the wave. Right now what I'm looking for is, I'm honestly trying to kill him and trying to get him under turret so he doesn't TP away or help anyone else on the map. So here, I'm getting ganked by Warwick. I think I W him here. So you W Warwick, So he gets slowed, but he uses his Q. I see that my jungler's coming, so I start a fight. I could have activated my ulti a little bit earlier. Again, that's experience on the champion. He probably would have survived, and I probably would have gotten the kill, to be honest. But here, I don't know what happens. I think Warwick just misclicks, doesn't know my range that well. But what happens is that he kind of just dies here. And it's honestly really bad by him. Never want to just give out a kill for free. And in doing so, I'm able to push the wave, and I think I maybe die here again. Definitely, like, I don't really know much about Aatrox, but I am up 20 CS and a couple kills. So once I get my Gore Drinker, I know that I'll be very strong. Shen leaves again, and I'm able to get the turret. Now I'm up pretty big. He's at 53 CS and he died again, so I'm up like double his CS pretty much. Bot lane is winning naturally, but we're winning topside as well. So this is like that game earlier where Pantheon gets a kill and he's able to snowball. It's like Rek'Sai gets a kill and now Rek'Sai is able to snowball. That's basically what happened this game. Rek'Sai took his lead and started snowballing with it. And here I try to push the wave in, but I noticed that TF is gonna be out of position here. Activate my ultimate because I know Shen ulted. I'm gonna be needing to deal damage to him. Here, it's easier to target Shen here. That's what we do, and then we change it to Warwick after. So at this point, it's like I type in GG because I know that I'm so fed and they won't be able to stop me. And I'm just continuing getting fed by eating the jungle camps, playing in the jungle, playing up. So here I see a fight happening. TF is getting really low. I think I just flash Q him, flash auto. He escapes. Good job by TF. I think I messed that play up a little bit. I see Blitz alone though, and I have my ultimate, so I'm definitely going for this. As you can see, I'm not landing my combos perfectly. I think he should have died a lot closer to his own turret. But Aatrox is kind of a good champion, and it's just working out. So yeah, this is basically what happens when you win lane. Good things happen. For the rest of it, it's just ending the game, right? We're just diving, playing aggressive. And we can move on to the next one here. So the next one is Darius vs Mundo. Right here. So yeah, these are the things you want to do to decline in silver. Okay, so here again, it's in silver yellow. You're gonna be seeing lots of invades. I noticed, especially silver 2, silver 1. People just love to invade. It's kind of strange. So here we can see Vi. She's getting like shepherded into Tristana and Mordekaiser to the right here. So what I do is I walk up. This is important, like movement here, level 1 movement. I walk up here and then I press Q. So these guys will all be traumatized by me, and then we'll isolate the Vi. That's basically my mindset here, how to play this out. So I walk up, I Q, they all walk back, and eventually Vi has to take a bad route, flash up, and then we get the kill. So it's like a really good start for us here. I deal some damage on Vlad, but I think I should have just backed earlier. And in here it's like we won the coin flip 50-50 on the level 1 invade. And then Ashe steals the Vi's blue buff. And then Mordekaiser goes to invade Vi and kills her. And then so here I ghost and I walk over here just in case Vi Q's over the wall. I actually thought Vi might flash over the wall, but her flash was already on cooldown, something that you just have to remember. So that right there is pretty much game over for the enemy jungler. She has 2 camps versus this guy's I think he's at 5 camps. down 2 kills, and this guy's up 2 kills. So like this right here is just like enough for the enemy player to like want to quit the game or not play. And then here is just I'm pushing him in, playing aggressive, trying to look for out trades when I can. I think I'm taking too much damage by Mundo's cleavers. It's kind of hard to dodge them all the time. So yeah, laning. He's out trading me a bit, so I'm letting the wave get pushed in so I don't die. So right there he's landing his cleavers really well. So I'm just gonna back here. I buy boots and the executioners to cut his healing. It's Mundo. He has everything about him is healing. So against Mundo, you kind of want to pull him whenever he's too close, just to get his passive on cooldown. It's a 40-second cooldown, and your E is not 40 seconds. So you can cast E twice by the time he uses his passive once. So here it's like nice trading. I don't take a turret shot, but I should have stepped on that little passive earlier. Here I go down, I pick up some juice. Just this is more or less just laning right now, and knowing that Vi is really behind and Mordekaiser is just really ahead. So it's important for me not to die, and it's important for me to help out when I can. So I call the Mia. Mordekaiser, I think he gets a kill here on someone. But yeah, that's what's gonna happen. He's gonna be using his advantage, and you want to be helping him out when you can. So when he was doing Rift, I went to help him. So here I try to play aggressively. It's unfortunate that Vladimir shows up. I could have flashed earlier because when Vladimir charges his E, he usually goes in for the flash. Although this time, I honestly didn't know if Vladimir had his flash or not. So in a situation like this, you just kind of want to deal all your damage and hopefully get the kill. And that's exactly what happens. I target all my damage on Mundo because he was tanking turret. And I get the kill on him. And because Mundo's dead, Sylas is able to make a big play here. So yeah, it's kind of lucky for me for sure, being able to get this kill. But it's still really nice the fact that I was able to get that kill on Mundo. So here I'm looking for trading, but it seems like Vladimir came roaming top again. I really think that I'm almost close to killing him, just a couple more trades. That's why I'm playing so aggressively, but seeing Vladimir here, I just can't really do anything about it, and I'm dead here. Vi shows up as well. Because of that, we're able to take mid lane though. So they send too many people mid, and then Vi dies again. And our bot lane gets a kill, so it's like, still want to be playing aggressively, want to be playing for turrets, turret plating, trading while you can. Here I get out traded big time, but I know I can do this camp because my Q heals off jungle camps. So I'm kiting it so it doesn't deal too many autos to me. Coming back to lane, I think I'm just eating cleavers, right? Yeah, can't really do much here because I'm eating too much cleavers. That's execution, just have to remember that. It can't be getting outplayed like that. So here he gets the rift and kills Vi again. So this is where the snowball is just like really taking place big time. So he flashes out. I think I could have killed him, but I think I messed up my combo there. Sylas kills Mundo. And again, it's just pushing up, playing aggressive, trying to play those plates. And if you get out traded, it's okay to farm these camps. Yeah. Here I blocked the cleaver from the getting the turret. I mean the cannon minion. Here trading again. Definitely feel like I could kill him here. So I dodged the cleaver and I ult while he's tanking turret, and eventually we get the kill. So now the game is pretty much done and dusted. Vi shows up. I was farming a little bit too greedy. But that's gonna happen. I managed to get the cannon, and that was the whole plan. So I did get the cannon. Here, coming back to lane, I just get the turret down. I back up, go bottom now. Dragon's about to spawn soon, so I'm looking for ward control. So I pink ward that, I clear that, and I walk up. I feel like I can get a flank off here if I do it right. So I'm looking for it. And here I see Jhin out of position. I flash over, E, W, Q, ult him. ultimately we get the kill on him, and we kind of just turn the fight because of it. Here I'm tanking some damage here by Xerath, so I just have to back up here. A little bit of fancy footwork, get the dodge in. Now I have to go back to defend top. Mundo takes the turret, but like, look, we won the dragon fight. We got a couple of kills. Like, we're ahead, even though he only gets a turret. So now Mundo gets caught out because he played for that turret and he's trying to escape. And in here, this is like an easy play that you can do if you have CC or if you deal a lot of damage. Is that when you're doing Baron, the enemy's eyes will all be on Baron. So if this area is not warded, they won't actually see you. So you can walk up and surprise them in the bush here. So that's exactly what I did. They'll all focus on Baron right now. I just walk up and say hello. And after that, it's just like really simple because they're throwing now, and they're about to lose Baron. So as you can see, Jhin doesn't really know where to stand, and he just gets caught out here. He flashes into the pit, and I think he just dies. Maybe he was trying to look for the Baron steal, but yeah, definitely how you want to be playing. Definitely being a nuisance all the time. Here I'm just like taunting them. I shouldn't have been playing like that. It's a little bit too greedy, and I regret playing like that. And you can throw games at higher ELO. But yeah, pushing the lanes in and drawing the enemy to you is basically what you want to do. Like, there's two of them topside right now. Dragon's about to spawn. So we get the kill on Vladimir, and then Jhin and Vi probably shows up late to the fight, and then they die shortly after. So that's basically what you want to be doing, especially in situations like this where you Dragon's about to spawn soon, and you're dragging the jungler here. So yeah, this is definitely want to be playing to win like that. And the next game, Darius versus GP. Right here. This game, I think, we'll see what happens. Like, we did early invade, but we kind of just we fumbled with the spells. Going to lane is like, I know he's gonna be harassing me a lot, so I'm gonna be looking to farm. And then what happens is I take a really bad trade. I know that Shaco started bot side, and he's probably gonna come top soon. Right here, this is the bad trade. Walked up too close, and then I get ignited. Shaco kills me. I just had a feeling that he was gonna be there. Honestly, it was like pretty bad by me to die to Shaco like that, and you never want that to happen. Here I try to interrupt his back. I don't know where he went. Push the lane in. I go for the Gromp because I know that I have time to do something. So might as well take the enemy jungle camp. So I go back top lane. He's pushing the wave in. I kind of freeze it here. I'm already down a kill. I don't have flash, no go, so I'm gankable. Definitely just want to be playing a little bit more safe. Farming when you can. And yeah, you're going to be taking a little bit of damage, but that's how it is. So that's a good trade by me. If I was able to do auto W on GP, I would have won that trade. So here I think, yeah, he's able to get the barrel on me. It's just trading. I don't really play much against GP, and getting out traded, but I'm up double his CS. And that's honestly all that matters at this point, right? So here's like a neat little trick you can do with movement. I've fallen for this trick before, where you go the long way around and then you kill him. Because if you show here, he's just gonna run away, right? But then for some reason, this guy backed up so fast, and then I missed the wave. So that's why when you take the long way, you miss the wave. So I was looking for him again. I wasn't able to find him, but for some reason he stayed. So I took this trade. I think he got too greedy for the cannon here a little bit. He was trying to right click his barrel there. And then knowing this, I'm like, this is an easy kill for me. I go for the dive, and unfortunately it doesn't work. So that's an execution thing. It's gonna happen, but you're supposed to go for those and get the kill and survive, right? So don't get too upset about that happening, where you go for the play and it doesn't work out. So here, this is the play that I was talking about just now, where you come out, and what you want to do is just like simple mathematics, where it's like if you make a triangle, for him to walk over here to this spot is a long distance, but for me to walk over here is like a shorter distance, something like that. I forget how it goes, but I'm pretty sure that that's how the geometry goes. So I walk slanted. So I just show you again without that lag. So I'm walking in a way that the geometry works in my favor pretty much. And there you go. As soon as he walks up that way, it's a free kill and I know it. So I know he doesn't have flash here, so that's easy. Just auto W, finish it up, push the wave in, take the plates, and from now on it's like he's in a tough spot because he can easily die to whatever I do. But here I heard the ping and Shaco was coming, so it's better just to leave. So it was a good call there. So I come back to lane and now he's overstepped his boundaries. I flash in and then I get the kill, giving Morgana the assist. I don't think I ult here even. Yeah, I wasn't. There's no need to ult. So he dies again and loses a couple more plates. And this is like the mistakes that you're gonna see silver players make. And these are the things you have to capitalize on. So here they steal the rift from us, and I die. And yeah, that's gonna happen. But you can't get tilted. I even typed to Syndra, what the fuck, Syndra? But you can't get too tilted, right? So I come in, immediately start pushing. Here it's like a little bit of good trading by me because I'm able to deny the barrels. But again, I'm not able to get the kill on him, and I honestly wish I did. But that's execution, right? So you can't get too mad at that. Here, he ulties the wave to deny it, but I get turret. They send 3 for me. I can't, there's not really much for me to take. And I'd start a FF vote because I greeted for the turret and died. But you can't give up, right? Like I know I started FF vote and I'm like kind of chatting, but you just can't give up. So here I am pushing the wave in again. I look for a ward because it's unsafe for me to be so far up. Now it's a matter of me pushing the wave in here and trying to take this turret to cash in the bounties. Here I see Brand. He used his spells on the wave. So I thought it was gonna be a free kill. He flashes, I flash too, but ultimately I land my combo and kill him. It'd be nice if I was alive, but you're not gonna always be alive. So here, I'm not sure. I think it's like sometimes when I die too much, I play too aggressively, look for picks. So here it's like, obviously you don't want to be playing aggressive here, because Morgana's in base, Tristana's not near you, Syndra's pushing the wave, and it's only me and Nautilus, and I'm already behind, right? So it's like, it's not a good trade here, but then here, Shaco, I don't know what happens, but the enemies start throwing a little bit, and you're gonna be seeing that. Oh yeah, Morgana lands a nice Q, and we just follow up, right? So yeah, enemies are throwing, and I think what happens is Gangplank builds Collector first, which is, I think it's a troll build. I'm like pretty sure it's a troll build. Let's see if I press tab anytime soon. Yeah, Tristana jumps into the enemy team like that. Oh, there you go, I press tab. Morgana goes for the kill here. I think she has Zanya's. It's close, but nobody's able to get the kill, right? So it's like so sloppy right now. We're falling behind, but definitely just don't get tilted and continue playing to win, right? So you want to ward the try, so you have vision, and you want to start pushing, right? So you can play for the turrets, get those bounties. So I see Poppy coming down, and I know Poppy is the support, so I should be looking to play a little bit aggressive on her. She should never be in the side lane matching me, and in doing so, her teammates through middle. So this is kind of stuff that you want to look for when you're playing in silver. It's like you want to be looking to win, playing aggressively, playing for turrets, and drawing the enemy to you so they waste time, right? So here I'm just hitting the turret. I don't really care if she strikes me. I take a little bit too much damage, but I know that it's just her here. And then eventually I'm like, okay, I'm too low. I'm just going to leave now. And then at the same time, Shaco comes to gank. So it's a good map sense by me by leaving. But then again, everyone's at base, so you shouldn't even be playing up at that point. Here, Nautilus throws. You're going to see this in Silver. Whenever you play for the mid-late game, people are going to start throwing. Here, Brand starts throwing again. So like it's like, yeah, it's going to be lots of throws left and right. I think this is the biggest play here. That I know that Brand is dead, and I see that Sivir's by herself, and I'm gonna be looking for the play here. So I ghost, I pull in GP, kill him first, and then work on the Sivir. I flash here because I just don't want her to kill me. I know that she's kind of fed. I taunt a little bit. I ping Baron, but Shaco's alive, so it's not worth taking it. So instead, we go for mid lane. Finally, press tab. So yeah, at that point when Sivir died, she was 7-3, and I was like 4-6 or something like that. So definitely, even if you're feeding, you can still look for these plays and make it happen. But you just have to choose the right times. And when you do find those plays and make it happen, probably gonna win the game. So here I got way too aggressive here. I try to heal off Poppy, she kills me. So now we have to back up. Probably lose the Drake or even Baron. My teammates start throwing, so it's like never want to be in a position in which you just throw the game like that. But you can't give up in Silver. Never give up in Silver, right? So here I think they're doing Drake. So my plan is to push in mid, so they'll come middle and defend it. So here I'm playing for blue buff here. I'm trying to steal it from Brand. I Q and I manage to steal it. And then I pull him in. I see Tristana coming and I think it's a good play, so we go for it. End up getting the kill on Brand. We still can't take Baron right now because we're too low. So we just kind of play for the resets. So this is a late game mistake by the GP. He's severely out of position. And then he gets caught out here. They push middle in response, but I know that if I go middle, the play is going to be already done. So I go bottom instead, and I push that turret. After pushing turret, I eat the enemy jungle. And then what happens is Brand, for some reason, like, he just walks up river. I don't know, maybe he thinks he's good here. But he definitely dies here to me. And like, yeah, so basically, like, playing to win, people are going to start throwing, right? The enemies. Here I flash over looking for the pick. We do end up getting GP because he runs to the right after my flash. So that flash was kind of good because it made him move that way. Here the waves need to be shoved. I can't run all the way topside, so I just shove the incoming wave. Then I go straight to Baron because my team's calling for it. I say GP sucks, a lot of cock, so he's not gonna try to steal this. We see Shaco bot side, and this just solidifies our chances of getting Baron here. I'm not sure what Shaco was doing there. He should have went for the steal. Regardless, Brand steps up too close again, and then he dies. We back for the Drake, but it should be gone here. I think Shaco's setting up, so Shaco sets up, takes it. I know now that if I'm in a side wave, that I can draw a couple of them to me, and we can push in inhibs. So that's exactly what happens. I draw two of them to me. They shouldn't be here right now. Sivir gets caught out, and I just go for the cleanup here. I think I die with my GA, but it doesn't really matter. We just continue pushing. I think we end the game shortly after. I think we all take backs. Maybe one more team fight. Here I know it's like it's a bad fight here. So I went for the enemy blue buff. A little bit too greedy. But I know that we're so ahead and we just need to take a fight and we'll win it. So I die here. It's actually a pretty bad death by me, but then they threw just as bad. Right here. So Sivir throws, gets caught out. I think we just end the game right after. No, still not. But we take all the inhibs. Here they're pushing back, maybe looking for an end. I know that I have a little bit more time and I can't defend the inhib. So I'm going to play patient here. Then I take the back. So after the back, I notice that they're a little bit split. I use my trinket here to see the bush. Okay, I see them. I pop my ghost, I go the long way. I'm still just waiting for my teammates to come in position to help me. There we go. We see Sivir, she flashes over. I'm gonna try to hit the blasting cone so she can't jump and escape. In doing so, I die, but Shaco also dies to Triss, so I bought enough time for my teammates to come up. So here they're out of position here. They just die, and we end the game. So it's like typically what you want to do. Sometimes you can see Fiesta mode, but if you're doing the right things always, you're gonna come out ahead. And then for this game here, I don't think I have the replay for it, but I was like really sleepy, and it was like the last game of the night. I lost lane, but again, I was just kind of doing the right things. I think I got carried for the most part, but I'm not gonna go too much into this game. And in this game, I got auto-filled. Soraka's really broken in low elo. If you're not comfortable playing support, just dodge. Don't even play it. But I think my support is better than my top, so I'm definitely gonna lock it in if I get auto-filled. And then the game that got me into gold, their comp was really bad. Like they had Tristana, they had triple AD carry, and then they rounded it out with Vi AD jungle, and then tank top. So it's like we didn't really need to do much this game because their comp was so bad. But it was longer than it was supposed to be. That's for sure. But because they drafted such a bad comp, we just came out ahead, to be honest. Like here, like they're trying to kill me, but then Vi starts late. And then Kindred goes to invade Vi, and then we kill Vi. So it's like, so in the early game, you really don't want to mess up, right? Like don't want to give out free kills, but games can be won or lost in the early game as well. So if you're looking for advantages to win the game, so here like I dodge Vi Q here, right? She charged the Q and tried to hit me. And honestly, if she hit me, she probably would have got the kill, right? So, but I kind of outplayed her, wasted her time, right? Left, right, juke, got my fancy feet on. And then Ashe also shows. So here I know that I can out trade Ornn, but then Ashe shows up and she flashes forward. This is when I pop my ghost. But now it's Ashe's top side when her lane is hitting each other right now. So she's gonna be so late. Maybe two waves late, maybe even. So I back. I don't care about being late. So I ward the blue buff just in case Vi comes. So we kill Vi. Ashe comes back to lane, dies instantaneously. So this is where the enemy comp starts becoming bad, right? So it's like even though I'm behind in EXP and a little bit of gold because I missed the wave, we're ahead because of what I did in the early game. And then here they die bottom. I ward just so I know when I get ganked. Here I'm really thinking I can out trade Ornn here, but he's just out trading me. Like it's kind of a weird matchup. Like I don't think I'm playing it right at all. Like I missed my pull. I could have pulled him, but I couldn't because it's W. But like eventually, what happens is he takes a turret shot. I go for a kill, and what happens here is I should have flashed his ultimate. And because I didn't flash his ultimate, he was able to deal enough damage to kill me right before my Q popped up. So here would be much better just to flash his ultimate and then kill him right after. So that was a bad execution misplay by me, but the enemy comp is so bad, you have to remember that. So here I noticed that Vi is bot side, so I go for the red buff, take the red buff, take the juice, go for a little bit of trade. But he's still out trading me. It's kind of like I play just really bad the lane. But again, their comp is really... So I used the red buff on the Rift just to help her out. So we kill Vi. Here I'm trying to out-trade. I pop Ghost because I feel like I can get a kill here. And honestly, I was pretty close, but I'm not going to look to turret dive the Ornn. I don't want to give out a free kill. So eventually I just back up and do the Gromp and the Scuttle. But Kindra's able to steal. And here, this is when Ash shows up top, so it's like she's kind of trolling because she died bottom and she's wasting so much time. So here I try to pull, I missed the pull. If I pulled her, she would have died. But then Ezreal ulti hits me. It's unfortunate, but my team is like Twitch is 7 kills, right? Twitch is a permaban on my list. Whenever I see Twitch, I try to ban Twitch every single game I play in silver. But yeah, Twitch is 7-0, 7-4. I died twice. I finally get my mythic. Twitch gets a kill again. But basically, what happens is that Twitch snowballs the game. It's a little bit sweaty because I'm not winning lane. But eventually, we do win the game, and I get gold. So yeah, at the end there, it's like, look for the enemy carries. Try to play it out right. I see Ezreal. He E'd in forward, so I go for the kill. And then they're kind of all grouped up. I R W and he's dead, and it's just like my team cleans up the rest. But I really want to be getting on the carries in late game fights, just finding the flanks with Darius, and then we just push to the end and I get gold. But yeah, hopefully these tips helped you on your quest to get gold. Good luck on the Rift.